Hello friends, space people of Earth. I hope you're surviving the apocalypse out there and here or wherever in hell we are. I'm Jasmine, your millennial fairy, to deliver a message of not being helped, apparently. So this looks like a situation where you're going to an authority, right? You have this authoritative figure, boss, judicial, like some level of authority that has representation of your spirit. So however you're expressing your spirit, the authority of that, whoever you've given the authority to, whether that's self or external, most likely external, it's holding you back. Like there's something holding you back from this. It's something that's tangible and obtainable, but out of reach for some reason. It's a delay. It's like, sorry, we're not hiring right now, or sorry, we're not looking for a musician at this time. There's something saying we don't want you right now. We can't allow you access forward in some way. There's also a level of you're offering help to someone that's not offering help back. So in some way, shape, or form, you've given your energy, time, and skills, time. Let's just say time, because that's like the most valuable resource we need to be conscious of. You've given your time, you've exchanged your time to this entity, and you assume that they will reciprocate in some way, like we all expect, right? Equal give and take. And something here is saying, no, thank you for your service, your time, your value that you've given us, but like we have nothing to give you to offer you back in return. So like there's an expectation that you need to develop in your mind that when you reach out for the help, something's going to say, no, not today. Sorry. It's like something's gonna be delayed, and I almost feel like you're being played with. Okay. So the shadow is showing me the moon with the temperance. I think what it wants to say is things are being hidden and we can't quite see. So I see this eerie castle in the background here that's sort of showing me you can't look into this right now. We're denying you access, and I'm even seeing psychic access, so I'm seeing those that have the power, like Freemasons or something, those that have skillful power in the psychic realm and 5D and not just physical reality. There's veils hiding things from you. It's like they have the keys and they won't hand them over in some way. And what there is to learn is like developing your alchemy, your skill, and your ability to stand up for yourself is key. It's required. That's the key you need, because they're holding the keys from you in some way. And it's like, nah, baby, like you got this all by yourself. You have the keys and the skill to acquire what it is you seek, but it takes so much alchemy on your own behalf. Just like if you were to survive out in the wild all by yourself, this is saying you have the tools, you have the ability here, you have the wings, you have access to your own castle. You don't need to go into that castle. That castle, I don't know, did that mess up? Maybe it just came forward. You go, basically you're being asked to go in a different direction, because that's what you can learn from this. You can learn from what's happening by going another direction. Each time in the past that you've tried to move forward, you've fallen on your ass in some way, shape, or form. You've been, I want to say like abandoned, but abandonment is truly, when we root it all the way down, it's like self-abandonment. So I see you being not let into the castle, and I see you not being given access. And then if you work through all of that, you'll narrow it down to the fact that this, in some way, you've abandoned yourself. What can you learn? This teachability card, what can you learn? These feathers, this hollow bone. What is it teaching you? What is it teaching you? I'm gonna read that card. I do want to read that card. Oh, right there. Hollow bone, teachability, humility, being empty so that the wind of spirit can breathe through you. The hollow wing bone, there's no wings, but apparently we keep talking about wings. The hollow wing bone of an eagle is a flute for the shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites you to become empty of your notions of who you are, to check your ego at the door, and to know that this is not about you. Relinquish your need to be right and to express an opinion, as this will not change anything right now. You are being called to practice humility. Hollow yourself out and hear the wind blow through you and play like a flute. You will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There is an important communication waiting for you. Humility is the swiftest path for you to become like hollow bone. Drop all notions and titles that bolster your ego. Eliminate the doer and allow things to happen of their own accord. Remember that you can accomplish most anything if you are willing to let someone else take credit for it. Hollow bone has come to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in sacred books or holy text. This will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember that you are insignificant, an insignificant grain of sand in the grand scheme of life, and as important as the brightness of the sun. So what can we learn? We can learn we can't control people and what they do and how they reciprocate, right? We can learn that we have control over our emotions and how long they dwell and how long we dwell in them, how long we sit in that energy, how much we point blame and fingers at others and can dig deep enough to say this person, that person, like it's an attack. Like, oh my gosh, it feels like a freaking attack. I'm containing myself, okay? Because look at all these people fighting. This is the underneath energy. It's like a battle and a expectation. Like when you go in to do a puzzle or like a Rubik's Cube or something, you look at it and you're like, oh, well, I'm gonna solve this thing. Well, what happens when you've been trying to solve it for 10 years and the thing doesn't like, you know? There's something like that going on here that has really shoved down the self into a deep, dark place. You can't really find, like, this is such a complexity. There's this puzzle, there's this joke, there's some level of a trick going on that has you hung up. You're just like, how do I stop this? I'm just like hanging myself right now. And I'm sensing, so a lot, what this card's telling me is we give a lot of our power away and become infuriated when that happens. We attack ourselves But this character is external of you, and it's showing me like haha, I got you. What are you gonna do about it? Is it very like antagonizing, bratty, bossy energy? Like, what do you expect? Like, it's like having a long-term relationship and maybe even having children together, or marriage, and then all of a sudden you tell your partner, like, you have some questions about some things, and then they're just like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, what are you gonna do about it? And you're just like, what? It's a very shocking feeling of the lack of empathy from outside of you. You're really looking for empathy here, but I'm sensing that you're going to consistently be trying to solve a puzzle that doesn't have all the pieces, or it doesn't actually become a Rubik's Cube with like the sides all equal. Like, something's going on here. It's nefarious, or yeah, there's an underlying prostitute accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. The challenge of surviving without negotiating. So this person also, or this entity or force outside of you, they're like, so this is a very pimp prostitute energy, but like, take it as a metaphor if it's not literal. Like, something's pimping you. Pimped you out, pimped out your services, or you could literally be a salesperson and you've been pimped out, meaning like you brought the money to them and you got very little commission, and you're like, where's my compensation? And they're just not giving it to you because it's not in the contract, but you know it's the right thing to do. There's something about the right thing versus what's being done, and the trust and the power. You're trusting a lot in something. You're putting your cards, your faith, you're putting your energy into believing that they're gonna come around. They're gonna come around. They're just gonna come around. Like, it can't be this bad, right? It can't. There's something you have a lot of hope and faith, like most of us do, huh? Okay, let me see a little deeper here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The end result here is you coming up with a creative solution. So you see this King of Wands. He's a character of creativity, and he's a certain wonderful opponent to this character, which is the Queen of Wands in reverse. So if this is you and this is them, like, you have more than you think, because you can come up with a creative solution to move on, to pack your things and get out of Dodge, get out of the situation, get out of hell, right? Because that's what we are. I miss you. Yeah, what's that have to do with it? I miss you, jungle. Okay. Stop. Joker. So, I miss you. Don't put me out. Don't leave me. I miss you. You don't want to be in the jungle. So I'm seeing this like back and forth between you and this entity. It's like, again, and when I said entity, I saw an entity, like something attached. This is the spiritual battle we're in, guys. There's an entity puppeting you here, and you're challenging it, and the entity attached to the external force that's also an authority in your life, you're breaking free. So this is you're challenging spiritually. You're becoming a spiritual warrior, challenging the spirits in your life that have access and contracts with you, and they're trying to love bomb and say like, come back, I miss you, I love you, but I need you. And you're like, nah, friend, I'm good out here in the jungle. And to some level, they're like, no, the jungle's scary. You can't survive in the jungle. You need me. And you're like, stop. I want this boundary between me and you. Get out of my life. And they're like, but I need you because I'm jealous and I have to have you because I feed off of you. And I'm a psychopath. And I need you because you're not a psychopath. Like, so your empathy and your heart and your hope and your faith and the purity that you've maintained in life is on attack. Changing your mindset is really going to take back your power from this person, this entity. I really want you to understand it's an entity. Like, we all give authority to entities. We give authority to angels. We give authority to demons. Energetically, what that means. Like, not necessarily like don't get scared. Just internalize that. There's good and light. In some way, shape, or form, you're giving your energy to forces that have you questioning things for a reason. They're feeding off of you, keeping you away from what they're guarding, because if you were to go inside of that castle, I don't think you're gonna like what you see. There's illusions, there's hallucinations, psychosis. Like, this is a mental hospital. It's not a castle. It's disguising itself as a castle. So you're tied up energetically to something that's mentally making you mentally ill. Please take that word with a grain of salt, that word phrase, because that's the illusion. Look how beautiful it actually is. Like, the access you truly have is freedom at this lake, on this deck, on this to fill your cup. You know, you're trying to fill up yourself here, but this thing that calls you, it's really, I want to say primal, and it's a big power. It has a large, what do you say? Large, this is a very controlling energy. It's very controlling. It's manipulative and controlling. I feel like it's a job. I feel like it's an institution of some kind. And it doesn't want you to see what you could have, because it wants you to think their castle is everything. It's like, no, we got it all in this castle back here. You're gonna get the keys in like 10 years. Trust me, it's all good. And you're like, yeah, but I've been here for 10 years. Like, you told me that 10 years ago. What's going on? Why is this taking so long? There's this interesting deception going on here, that once you take what you've learned and get creative and challenge this authority, you're gonna see the mask clip. You're gonna see that person go from, You're gonna see aggression. I feel like you've already seen some. You've seen the masks flip, and you're even questioning in your own mind because of how much this thing benefits you. You're very loyal to this. You're loyal. No matter what happens, you've been loyal. This is like, ask for angelic assistance, ask for help, ask God to say, like, eliminate. All of a sudden, I keep saying that. It's so annoying. L-I-K-E, like, why is that all of a sudden in my vocabulary every day? Me. Okay. Sometimes I do things I don't even be paying attention. Okay. Celebration, a journey, either physical or mental, because mentality, remember I said you gotta like change your brain on this. And also physically, remove yourself. If you can, yeah, someone you know is undependable and insincere. So you've been told something, almost like promised. I feel like someone promised you something or insinuated you're going to get something. There's something going to be given to you. And you're holding on to that because you're a loyal friend, you're a loyal employee, partner, something like that. This is a masculine energy. So you've been loyal to some sort of masculine energy. So that could be something external of you, because masculine energy is external. Or it could be an actual man, an actual male boss, or a masculine female. I mean, it's something masculine, control, dominance, right? External. And you're being guided to celebrate yourself by removing yourself. Because if you can remove yourself, I see you getting out of this hangman position. How to stop, how to stop. Think about it. Be logical, think. What is the trick? There's so many layers to so many onions, and all around us at all times, that if you're not thinking about things and feeling and meditating and sensing, you're going to inevitably be tied up in things you don't want to be tied up to. So this is showing me you have the control that you have is removing yourself from guessing, contemplating, wondering, worrying, anxiety, just cutting that off and saying, you know, the minute I get off of this disbelief, this phase of shock where I'm just like expecting them to meet me where I'm trying to meet them, when I can regain my power and authority over myself, I become a very powerful character. I level myself up, because when you show up as a king towards the end of here, it's like, it's saying, I respect myself. I am respected. I make decisions that my kingdom appreciates and values. So that your kingdom could be representing your animals, your home, your family, right? Your friends, however your kingdom exists, your own imagination. When you take back authority over that, the sense of relief that all this confusion back here doesn't have power over you anymore, it just allows you to sail away. It allows you to just move on past it, move on into the future. And what's in the future? Where would they go? Dum dum, dum dum, dum dum, dum dum, dum dum. The drum. In the future, you're following your drum beat. There's a heartbeat of the planet, and it sounds like a drum, and it calls us. It calls us. And it's a powerful feeling to be able to have that reclaimed power, right? This is a reclaiming your power. This is you running into the jungle like, I'm Tarzan, bitch. I don't care about your feelings because I'm gonna, like, I don't know. The sweat lodge. This is you going in and sweating, just releasing, just letting all the toxins come out of you, all the toxic energy, all the toxic things that you've supported in the past. You're walking into this new space with confidence and just saying, you know what? I am who I am. I showed up this way. What's up? Let's go. Take me in. Let me sweat it out. Like, let me sweat it out. Oh, I forgot the sorcerer, because that's a powerful card. This is you saying, nah, friend, you magic, I'm magic too. I have my own magic, and I have my ability to align myself to my truth, to a place where I hold power and authority over the direction I'm going. Like, that way, if I set a target, if I say I'm going on this journey, if I say I'm going to do this thing, if I desire, if I need to do this thing, my purpose requires me to do this thing, you're going to do this thing. Like, you're not going to wait to be rescued. The rescuer card being in reverse, you're not waiting to be rescued. You're going to allow the universe to teach you and guide you and move you forward and release and shed and burn through all the cells in your body need regeneration. They need healing. They need reprogramming. Your system needs rebooted. There's this desire in you to remove yourself from this conflict and find high ground. Find a better position in the battle. Like, you've been down in the trenches fighting with people and you're out of breath, and it's time to go up, get some high ground, and maybe walk away. Maybe literally, like, go somewhere away from that. This will enlighten you. This will illuminate a path. Making a choice is what will illuminate a path forward for you to walk into. Choosing something outside of the box, something that you don't have to tell everyone, or that a whole bunch of people may not agree with, but you see this as the opportunity, as the way forward. And sometimes, we got to do what we got to do, This is a very do what you got to do. Don't worry. Don't think this is make an instinctual, not a fear-based, not out of fear, magic. Allow the magic to flow. Allow the magic to guide you. Allow the magic in. Believe in the magic. Trust in the magic. Trust that things are working in your favor, that if you make this decision and you don't know all the answers and you don't know all the outcomes and all the conclusions, that magic is guiding you in that strange, quirky solution that you see. It's scary now, but when you get there, you'll understand why your inner child and why your higher self is guiding you there, because your current self can't reach that far due to fear and all the other emotions that tell you all the stupid stuff. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I won't have enough money. Target. Shoot and aim at the target. Don't miss. 333. Look at that. Look at that target. How that came out, guys. Look at that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a precision thing. This requires precision. You might have to go to work and, hi guys, yeah, you know, things are fine. And then you're gonna be like at home, you're gonna be like, all right, these effers, I'm gonna research my way out of this. Like, there's something that you're creating that when you take it seriously, it'll take you seriously, and the doors will open, and your keys will work, and you will feel relieved. You're fearing taking this. That's really what it is. You fear what you're gonna lose, and what you're gonna lose coworker friends, you're gonna lose this, you're gonna lose. No, you're about to win. Because we what? Win. What do we do? Because we win. That's what this is. This is trying to get you to learn how to win. Win. Not like, oh, I'm going to win at all costs because I'm a loser, jealous, hater person that doesn't, whatever. No, you're going to win because, guys, the importance of winning is like, more so about the leadership and the freedom, right? Because you did something, you accomplished something, not because I won and I beat you. It's more like, I'm a winner because I never gave up on myself. Keep pushing and keep succeeding at that. Don't give up on yourself. Show yourself that you are a winner, that you can do this thing, that you are capable. Thank you so much for watching. That's what I have.